All right, so folks, we're here with Jonathan McNees, McNees Customs. Dude, I gotta say, first of all, I love these guys simply because I gotta support my home state where I'm from.
That's
So
right.
the Alabama folks, we got to stick together.
That's right.
And I gotta say, we love everything you guys have been doing. You guys have been doing a ton of new knives
Yep.
or new takes
Yep.
on a model that you've been making for a really long time.
Yep.
First of all, let's talk about the exclusive that we just got done doing with you guys.
Yep.
Now, the automatics and the Mavericks sold out.
Yep.
And we just got the manuals in. Those
Yep.
are going to be coming very soon. Tell us
Yep.
about that design
Yep.
process.
So that was we got together with you guys. We kind of came up with the whole Top Gun type theme. So basically, I turned it over. So our son is actually our laser guy. So turned it over to him, and it took a little bit of prompting because somehow he's a weirdo and has never even seen the Top Gun movies, which we have to rectify somehow. So, but anyway, so we had to give him a little coaching, and he after a little bit of trial and error, he came up with that. We don't do a lot of stuff on the laser where we do the colors like you see on the. It's usually just anodize the knife and then laser engrave a single color on there. But on that, he played around and got some really cool colors mixed in there. I was actually really impressed with how much he was able to do on that. So it came out really
on the
cool.
Sunglasses, like
Yeah.
the finish just turned
Yeah.
out perfect.
Yeah, it was better than I even could imagine in my head. So that was I was really happy with that.
So tell us how you guys got started making the knives, how you got started in the knife industry.
Right. So way back in about 2008, I think it was actually like late 2007. I've been just a knife fanatic my whole life. Honestly, have had knives so long that I honestly don't even remember getting my first knife. I've just had them my whole life. I always kind of had the itch to make one, but never really knew where to start. And then I'm old enough, and I guess you probably are too, that we were around pre-internet.
Yeah.
So the internet came along, and I got to looking and got on some of the knife forums and stuff, and started finding knives that weren't just your standard stuff that you'd find at the local store. And then I started seeing the guys were actually making stuff in their garage and stuff like that, and I was like, "Oh wow! Like this is something this is something I could actually try to do." And I always had a creative itch, and so it just kind of meshed well together. I told my wife one day, I was like, "I think I'm going to go back to the shop and try to make a knife." And basically, it went from there. Did a couple on a little cheap like Harbor Freight type grinder. Built a Franken grinder that I ground hundreds of knives on before I finally bought a real grinder. And just went from there. Made customs for years up until I think 2016 or so. Maybe 2015, somewhere in there. Made the switch to full time, and then kept making customs for a few more years. And around 2019, 2020, started down this road with the small batch production stuff. And now here we are, still growing.
And I tell you what, I did not see. So a lot of the new stuff you guys are doing, like with the inlays and stuff, I didn't see that coming. And you guys have done a fantastic job. So how did that kind of stuff come about?
Well, so we're always looking to do something new. And so the standard models that have like this one.
Yep.
So I decided,
right?
That's the fastback. When I decided to do texturing and stuff, and I decided to actually do an outline around it, as soon as I did that outline, my mind was already thinking inlays. I eventually wanted to do an inlay. It took a while because I'm a handmade knife maker turned machinist.
Right.
Not the other way around. So I didn't have the confidence or the ability to tackle the inlays for a while. And finally I got to the point where I felt like maybe I could give it a whirl. And it actually didn't end up being as hard as I was expecting it to be. So didn't take us too long. We got it figured out. And so it was kind of a matter of getting my confidence up and our ability level up to where we could actually tackle it. It had been on the drawing board for a while. We just took it a while to become reality.
And you guys have done a ton of different variations.
Yep.
Some with this kind of dimple pattern here,
Yep.
and different materials, whether it's been G10 or I think like a Rich Light.
Rich Light,
yeah.
Yep.
The maple Rich Light one that you guys, we got one of them or two of them. And dude, that is one of the most beautiful knives I've ever seen. I think that's it right there.
This is actually the canvas micarta.
Oh, okay.
But they do look very similar. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there was a maple Rich Light version just like that.
Yeah, they're very clean looking.
Just gorgeous stuff. And then all the way to like a titanium on titanium inlay.
That's right.
With different finishes. And it took what was already a simple, no-nonsense knife that is as durable as I've ever seen one, to something that is just gorgeous pocket jewelry in addition to being insanely durable.
Gave us a lot of options on kind of dressing them up and playing around with them. And as you see, we're putting them in with screws. The reason for that is we're making them interchangeable.
Right.
So really soon we're going to be able to start offering the inlays as a standalone product that people can swap them out.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So we'll be able. That was part of the plan all along. I just wanted to get them, make sure I had the inlays dialed in, the fit on them dialed in enough that we could, send one out and be confident it was going to fit properly when it got to the customer. So yeah, that's going to be coming really soon too. So.
And you guys do great stuff for nerds.
Thank you.
Too. Like this.
Hey, we're nerds.
Like that is insane. The detail that you guys got with the laser engraving there.
Yeah. Back to kudos to Luke, our laser engraver, on that. I gave him the idea of what I wanted, and with just a couple little prompts, he was able to put it together.
That is beautiful. Now, you guys, I want to talk about this briefly as well, because you guys aren't super well known for your fixed blades,
right?
But that is something you guys have dove headfirst into and done a phenomenal job with.
Thank you. Yeah, we, of course, like I said, I started doing handmade stuff. I didn't dive straight into folders like most people. I started with fixed blades.
Right.
Made tons and tons of fixed blades as a handmade guy. So I always planned on getting a fixed blade line going with the production stuff, and it took a little bit, but we were so focused on trying to get the folders dialed in, but we got that, and we got several more models coming down the line too. So
that is awesome. So, and that's what my next question was going to be, as far as what we can expect to see from McNees.
Yep.
What can we see?
Plan on by next year. I'd like to have a full blown folder line with some more. That one's kind of like a hunting / outdoors knife. We're going to do a couple more of that kind of variety. We got some tactical stuff coming. Really want to even get into some kitchen stuff. So want to have a full line of tactical, of fixed blade knives. And then I've told myself, we'll see if I can make it come true, that next year we're going to do an actual full new folder model too, not just a variation of the Mac II, but an actual full on new model. So we don't want to just exhaust all the possibilities on this before we dive into something new. So not sure what it's going to be yet. It's still up in the air, but we're going to try to do something completely new next year.
That's awesome.
So,
Jonathan, thank you so much.
Thank you. We appreciate you guys.
Absolutely. We love you guys, and thank you for the good products you make.
Hey, we appreciate you guys.